So, who among us has ever fantasized, visualized, or daydreamed about being wealthy? All of us, right? Especially here in the Western world, we are essentially force fed the desire to become or to at least appear wealthy. That being said, how many of us also think of wealth more as some far away grand ideal than a concrete, attainable financial goal? Again, most of us. Even in this age of information, most people still think of wealth as something only in reach for a very select few. But the reality is, as far as financial wealth is concerned, there are a few ancient principles that one can follow to help navigate their way to financial freedom and all that goes with it. And while these principles are not necessarily easy, they are simple. And they are as follows: 1. Increase your income. 2. Live well below your means. 3. Invest the difference wisely. Simple enough, right? Well, let's discuss each a little more in detail. First, increase your income. Big shocker, right? Who would have thought you'd have to make money to become wealthy? But the two things to try and remember when reflecting on this first principle of building wealth are: 1. The other two principles of building wealth are just as, if not more important, than having a high income. And 2. Increasing your income isn't necessarily synonymous with procuring a higher salary. In fact, there are any number of ways to supplement your primary income during your non-work hours, and having multiple streams of income is the best way to create as high an income as possible. For example, I've known people from age 30 to age 60 who have started making money by buying cars at auction and flipping them on the side. Once more, entrepreneur Gary Vaynerchuk is well known for going garage sale hopping and making hundreds of dollars by reselling the items he buys at garage sales online. As we'll touch on again later, you can even invest in real estate or other similar passive investment income streams. The bottom line is that there are 1,000 different ways to increase your income, and many of them can be accomplished with little more than a cell phone and a laptop. You don't have to make the leap all at once. Just set a goal to start a side hustle this year and maybe bring in an extra $10,000 to $20,000 next year. And with a little patience and persistence, you'd be amazed at how much additional income you could be bringing in the next 5 to 10 years. Next, live well below your means. Now, I would argue that this is not only the most difficult principle for most people to follow, it's also the most important, as it allows you to maintain greater flexibility, not just financially, but in the other areas of your life as well. I cannot overstate the value that nurturing a certain vein of minimalism has brought to my life, both in the interest of building financial wealth and in the interest of practicing holistic health. Some people believe that to become wealthy in this life, you have to be a money-hungry materialist. But it is very difficult, if not impossible, to build long-term, sustainable wealth when you're living at or above the means of your income. It's the very fact that most people are willing to trade their future abundance for the immediate gratification of faster cars, bigger houses, flashier clothes, and richer food that keeps most people broke or underwater at the end of every month. What's more, the fastest way to maximize how far your current income will get you is to downsize and simplify. They say you have to do what others are unwilling to do for a short time if you want to do what others are unable to do for the rest of your life. Oftentimes, doing what others are unwilling to do boils down to doing without that which others tell themselves they need. So liberate yourself from as many of your worldly attachments as possible and give yourself the best opportunity possible to experience true financial abundance. Lastly, invest the difference wisely. It's probably no surprise that investing your excess income is key to building wealth. However, where most people get hung up is with the operative word of this principle: wisely. Everybody loves the idea of getting an insider tip or having some stroke of genius that leads them to putting a large sum of money somewhere that it in turn explodes overnight. But as they say in the real estate world, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. The typical problem with promises of explosive overnight returns is that they generally ride on the back of volatile investment opportunities carrying significantly higher inherent risk. This may not be a problem for a seasoned angel investor with high risk tolerance, but for someone just getting their feet wet investing, a big loss has the potential to set them back for years, if not discourage them from investing again altogether. That's why it's important to fill up your safety bucket first, by first investing in safer long-term plays that offer predictable, consistent results based on the insights of experienced, successful individuals. We set ourselves up to build sustainable long-term wealth and position ourselves to take greater risks more safely further down the road. Conversely, we also can't be afraid to invest our excess income, choosing instead to stuff it under the mattress or let it sit losing value in a bank account. While it's certainly true that nobody is investing to lose money, the reality is there is some risk involved in every investment, and in that, you ultimately have to be willing to lose your money before you can play the game. As in the parable of the talents, we must be willing to take some risk and to use that which the universe has given us to manifest greater abundance. And as Robert Kiyosaki teaches in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the rich don't work for money. So invest and invest wisely to put your money to work for you as soon as you can. So there we have it. 1, increase your income. 2, live well below your means. And 3, invest the difference wisely. As mentioned previously, these principles are certainly easier said than followed, but at the same time, they are simple. The truth is, like all good things in life, building wealth takes hard work and time. But with these principles to guide you, you can view the pursuit of wealth as simply a byproduct of your own holistic growth. Expand your knowledge base to maximize your value in the marketplace. Unburden yourself with unnecessary material attachments. Sow the abundance you manifest to reap more of like kind. Follow these 3 rules, and with a little patience, you'll not only find yourself experiencing a greater sense of material abundance, but a greater sense of self as well. Hey y'all, I just wanted to thank you for acknowledging the content that I spend so much time, energy, and money creating. If you like what you saw, please comment, like, share, subscribe, and follow. And stay tuned, because there's plenty more on the way. Again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And until next time, tip your servers, forgive your parents, spread love, and do your own damn thing, y'all. Go in peace.